Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another weekly setup. So I'm done analyzing over 20 pairs using the FX allergy set and forget strategy, and these are the best pairs we are willing to trade next week. So coming over to my chart right now, the very first pair we are willing to trade is GBP AUD, right? So GBP AUD, this is the daily time frame, right? Now the market structure has pretty much been bearish very strongly, right? But I'm willing to buy this market. So let me explain, because the market structure is actually bullish. So this right here was the lowest point that price went to, which makes it the lower low, and this right here will be the lower high for this market. As soon as we broke above this level right here, it simply means that this market now has a new higher high, which is this right here, and then a new higher low, which is this one right here. So that makes the daily time frame bullish. Now the area of interest we have is this one right here, which we have one rejection right here, two rejection, and a current rejection right here. Going all the way to the left, you can also see we have few multiple rejections, two more rejections to this area. So it means that this area of interest is valid. Now we also have a round psychological level right here. So let me draw it. Let me show you guys what we have. So round psychological level 1.89500, right? So that is the round psychological level that we have on this market. And on the weekly time frame, if I go to the weekly time frame, GBP AUD, the area of interest, if I extend it all the way to the left, you can see that we'll still have about 1, 2, 3, 4 extra rejections, right? It's just that I don't like using far price data on other years to trade. So because of that information, we are willing to buy. Now weekly time frame is technically, well, I'll still call it bearish, right? I'll still call it bearish because the difference between this low and this low is not too much, right? Now finally, the 4-hour time frame. If you come over to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that the market structure right now is currently, if you come over to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that the market structure right now is currently bearish. This right here was the highest point price went, which makes this the higher high and this the higher low. Once price started coming back to area of interest, it was bearish, and this right here is still the lower low, and this right here is still the lower high. So because this right here is the lower low and this right here is the lower high, for us to be able to buy this market, we need at least 2 time frame in sync. Daily is already bullish, weekly is still bearish, but we need the 4-hour to shift bullish. So that's why we'll be waiting for this break above this area, which will shift the market structure on the 4-hour time frame to bullish, and then the retracement back into the last previous structure point for us to buy. So that is the first pair I'm willing to trade this week, GBP AUD, right? Next pair we have, well, is Euro AUD. So this is the pair of last week. I am still holding the trade, so there's nothing for me to do. I just need to wait for the final result, which is either stop loss or take profit, right? So I'll still be holding this trade for next week. Gold, we are going to be adding gold for this week. What we have to trade is a break and a retracement for us to potentially buy gold, right? I believe this should cook next week. So now we still have other good pairs for this week. It's just that I don't think they're really going to happen this week, right? So I'll show you. I'll just glance through them so that you guys can see. Euro USD, clean area of interest, market structure is bullish. We need a retracement back into the area to buy. Might not happen this week because it might think it's going to take about 2 days for price to get to this level, maybe 1 day to slow down, another day for engulfing, which is pretty much the entire week. And the move is not going to happen because we still need at least another 3 days for price to get to final take profit target. At least another 2 to 3 days, which I don't think is going to happen this week. Same issue we have with NZD-JPY, NZD card for a retracement to buy, NZD-USD for a retracement right here to buy, and GBP card for a retracement right here to buy. So most of the trades are very, very similar. Well, I'm just putting them as highlights to see how they play out. If they can actually give us the opportunity early enough, we are going to be buying them, right? But if it doesn't give us the opportunity, then it might actually be preparing the opportunity for next upper week, right? So those are pretty much the pairs I'm willing to take for this week. Subscribe to the channel, guys. It's absolutely free, and I'll see you guys in the next week's setups.